EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martin here with your outlook for December 2nd, 2019. We have the second part of our winter storm that we're dealing with today, and this is going to be the snowier side of it. We had the ice yesterday that in some places changes to rain, actually along and south of I-78 in Pennsylvania, New Jersey. And we did have some freezing rain continue, and spotty freezing rain and drizzle continue north of 78 into the evening. Now, once we got to late evening, we started changing back over to snow in the interior. Central Pennsylvania, parts of north central PA, northeast PA changed back over to snow a little bit before midnight. So we had a late evening change over there, and that's going to start working its way south and east today. And we're going to have some snow that's going to start to pick up this morning. If it's might just be spotty early on, or a mixture of rain and snow further south and east down here by the Philadelphia metro. Further in the interior, could just start off with maybe a few isolated to widely scattered snow showers, and then we think it's going to pick up kind of mid-morning-ish or thereabout, mid to late morning, further south and east. So we'll get through the NAM here in a second, but this is going to continue throughout the day, and it's going to wrap up around midnight tonight in some spots. So it's going to take a while, mid-evening to midnight, and then this finally starts to pull away as we get after midnight, and then we are much improved here for Tuesday with partly cloudy skies. Still cold temperatures, though, and temperatures high for most areas in the 30s here on Tuesday. So let's get over the NAM high-res future simulated radar. I'm going to start this off at 11 p.m. because I'm recording this at 11:30 at night. And if I looked at the radar right now, which I did, this is exactly what the radar looks like. So this means that the NAM is on point with what it's showing for the simulated radar at this time. So you can assume, with everything that is in place now and what is matching up to current radar now, that going forward it might have the right idea with how this storm is going to play out. Okay? So this is the 3-kilometer NAM, not the 12-kilometer. 12-kilometer was completely lost, and we saw that because it didn't look anything like the radar, and it currently does not. The 3-kilometer version does. So we do have snow up here in north central Pennsylvania right now. We do have snow out here around the State College area and areas north. Further south, it's rain, and we got some spotty drizzle and freezing drizzle in these areas. This is occurring right now. So that's a good starting point. Moving forward from this point, you can see the snow start to pick up a little bit as we get through the night in these interior areas. So this is looking at 3 a.m. So you have snow up in these areas, just light snow generally. Maybe some pockets of moderate in there, but you have any of that mix area that was in here that was like kind of changed over to rain or barely above freezing, 33, 34 degrees and raining, or spotty drizzle will change back to spotty freezing drizzle as the temperatures continue to drop, and then maybe some sleet mixing in as well. And as we go through into the morning, here's early morning. It starts to creep a little bit further to the south. This is 7 a.m. By the time you get to mid to late morning, though, you start to see it push a little bit further south, and you get some heavier snow mixing in here. Okay, and where these bands set up today are going to be critical, and I think you're going to have the opportunity for some pretty good banding here near the Lehigh Valley and points north, northwest, northeast. Those areas are going to get hit pretty good, I think. There is the opportunity, though, that this area here is going to get shafted. And I know we have a final call map out here, and we projected snow in these areas and some areas getting several inches of snow. This might not happen in these areas. Now, if you're looking for our map to be absolutely perfect for every single area, it's just not going to happen. That only happened 3 times since 2010 that we had this large of a coverage area, which we cover this entire area here, 100% accurate. It's very difficult to. So there's some changes that happen throughout the evolution. I know it's a final call we put out, but this is not a graded test or a homework assignment. We tried to put our best forecast forward. When we released it at 5 o'clock last night, everything looked like it was on point at that time. There may be some changes, and I'm not throwing the white towel for these areas just yet, but there may be some changes within this area right in here where it could be less. We're going to monitor that today. Those are the areas most primed to see less than what we have posted. Okay, not saying you're not going to get anything, but you can see as you're moving forward in time here and going into the early afternoon, it's still, there's like a snow hole here, basically, and there's nothing going on. And that banding is setting up further east. Now, this goes all the way into the evening, and this is looking at mid-evening on Monday, and then we get closer to midnight, this starts to pull away. So in terms of total snowfall, you can see where that hole is, right in here. You get barely enough here, but and then these areas are everywhere else is pretty much on point with what we have on our map. and what our ranges have on our weather alerts map. I'm just concerned about these areas right here, and I'm not throwing the white flag in for you guys just yet. I want to see what trends do with some of the global models, but given the fact that the NAM is matching up current radar at 11 p.m., I have to at least entertain that the idea that these areas might not make it. Okay, so it would be places like Lancaster, maybe parts of Berks. You might just barely make it here in Berks. I don't really know too much in there. The 5 to 9 in the northern part of the county might not make it. It might be closer to the 2 to 4-ish or thereabout. But further south and west of there, Lancaster, Harrisburg, Lebanon, York, parts of Chester here might not get too much snow out of this. So we'll keep a close eye on that today and follow trends. If we have to make adjustments, we will. We're not trying to put anything out there that is not factual information. I'm just trying to give you that early heads up of what we're looking at right now. So after this system for the rest of the week, we are quite tranquil. We do have a system moving in Tuesday night and Wednesday. We could have a few flurries or a isolated shower with this as this goes in Tuesday night into Wednesday. We'll keep it mostly cloudy here otherwise as that system passes by. Again, stray shower, stray flurry with that, and then we're back to partly cloudy skies here on Thursday. Still remaining cold here on Thursday. Then we're going to warm up here on Friday ahead of this next front. Now, the globals don't really have too much in the way of precipitation with this. There's actually a cold front with this associated with this weaker low up north, so you don't see any precipitation in this area. We are going to leave an isolated shower in the forecast just in case, but there will be a southwesterly wind flow out ahead of this as it get temperatures up above 40 for some of you here on Friday before this front comes in. Then we step back and get a cold shot here on Saturday. Despite mostly sunny skies, we'll be stuck in the 30s here on Saturday, but then we warm up quickly here on Sunday out ahead of this next frontal boundary. This is going to come in here, it looks like, on either late Sunday night or Monday with some rain this time. I don't think we're dealing with any wintry precipitation, but it is going to turn warmer out ahead of this, we think, and temperatures will get back up into the 40s here for Sunday. So we'll continue to watch this situation today with this, where the best band's set up here and who gets the most snow. I think our map is pretty good. I just need to watch this area in parts of south central Pennsylvania that might get the shaft. We'll see. Again, I'm not throwing the white flag in there for you yet. Still hope, just want to wait and see how things are playing out. But as of right now, I'm a little skeptical that's going to work out in these areas in particular. But we'll update on the weather alerts map as needed today. And if there's any adjustments needed to our maps, we will send out the alerts to the areas that will be affected. I'm EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Marters. That is your outlook for December 2nd, 2019. Have a great Monday.